This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. If you click on the link in the description below, it'll take you to their store and they'll know I sent you there. Alright, before we jump into another Zendikar Rising draft, I want to remind everyone that my content's sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can visit their website by using my referral link. If you click on the link in the description below on YouTube or the logo below on Twitch, check them out. You can get Zendikar Rising and whatever else you want. I mean, if it's Magic related, whatever else you want. I mean, you can't order a pizza. Yeah, I mean, our main problem, like our decks that have been the worst, just haven't had any synergy, and that's definitely pretty much what we just had. It seems like it's harder to draft a deck that just has like good removal and succeed in this format than in most. So far, you know, anecdotal. This is our 5th draft overall, this draft right here. So, I'd probably take the Inscription. I mean, it's great if you can kick it, and even if you can't kick it, it has some utility. Cleric of Life's Bond is pretty awesome. You know, I'm talking about synergy. That's the kind of card that's pretty crazy synergistically. I like Deadly Alliance too. Good removal spell, but we take Inscription. It's a removal spell and a combat trick and various other things. Okay, so I do love Moss Pit Skeleton. I've been happy with it so far. I think it's Journey to Oblivion, though. As good as the skeleton is, I think Journey is better. I mean, it's a kill anything removal spell that usually costs 4. So, yeah. Okay. Well, I think here we take the Fledgling. I like this card a lot in general. I think the art's funny / cute, and it's a good 2-drop. Good card and limited, too. Okay. What do we want here? So, I mean, these 2 green cards are both fine. Is Shepherd of Heroes better than they are? I'm not sure. Probably. Yeah, probably. Yeah, we do need a bunch of +1/+1 counters, and we're headed in that direction. I mean, that's the black-green deck, to be fair. The +1/+1 counter deck is. This color pair is more about landfall, but it does have a bunch of +1/+1 counters, too, interestingly. Yeah, I think I only gave the Inscription a B, but it being an A- or so wouldn't surprise me a ton. Okay, so Practice Tactics is pretty good. I mean, it's turned out to be a pretty nice little removal spell. You know, it's situational but effective. Joraga Visionary and Tazim Raptor are both fine too. I think it's mostly between the Tactics and the Visionary, though. I think I like the Visionary a little more at this stage, but I could see by the end of this format, paired Practice Tactics being better. For sure. Okay, so don't love what we're seeing here. I may just take a 2-drop. I mean, I don't think any of the cards in this are real indicative of like black being open, for example. I guess Skyclave Plunder is pretty powerful. It's clunky, but it is pretty powerful. I could just take it over a mediocre 2-drop. Zendikar's not bad, but I don't love it. The Plunder is definitely the best card in this pack. It's just a question of whether we should take the best card or a card that's on color that I don't love. That's the question. Well, we'll take the strongest card, see where this draft takes us. Wow, Cleric of Life's Bond wield? Okay, well, I think we take that. No questions asked. That's a good sign that black-white's open. And the cleric is real strong. I mean, its ability to, you know, anytime you play cleric, you gain a life and it gets a +1/+1 counter. So that's pretty gross. And that has me wanting to move towards the Sky Dancer now here, rather than these other cards. We do already have one cleric, so... And here's another one. I think we take it. It's sad, because it's probably going to mean we don't get to play our Inscription, but that's not the end of the world. Take an Outrider here. Snarecaster. Skitter Sneak. I think the Snarecaster is probably going to be a better card overall. Ooh, wow. Practice Tactics? It seems like white's real open. Not 100% sold on the other colors, but that probably should not be your last pick. But yeah, for black-white, it's going to be very difficult to play Inscription. Yeah, we'll just have to see how things pan out. I mean, if clerics are as open as they looked in this pack, I think that's definitely where we're going to head. But if somebody else jumped on the cleric train, maybe we end up back in green. Plunder's probably not going to make it. And Snarecaster is definitely not a major... I think really the Inscription is the big reason we would maybe decide to go in that direction. Okay, well, Swarm Shambler is pretty good, but it's not so good that I mean, I want to take it here necessarily. I mean, it is... If this were pack one, pick one, I would probably take it. I probably would. But since it's not, I think going in a different direction makes more sense. I mean, Deadly Alliance and Expedition Healer are both really good. And if this format is going the way I suspect it to, I have a feeling taking the Healer is better than taking Alliance. It seems odd, but I mean, the removal has felt rough in this format to me so far. I think I'm still going to take the Alliance, but we could see Healer being the answer in the long run. Wouldn't mind this Blood Priest wheeling. Okay. Well, this pack has, like, nothing for us. Blood Price. It'll be hard to find the fixing is the problem. So, yeah, if we're not base green. Blood Price or McKindy Ox. Don't really want either of those. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to take the Ox here, but it may not make the cut. Okay. Well, this is pretty sweet if you're a rogue deck, but we're not going to be one. I think we take the Healer here. It's a nice cleric payoff, gains us life. Yeah. Dreadworm's not bad. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting the rogue either, but I think the Healer's better for what we're doing right this second. So, Blood Beckoning's alright. I think I'd probably take Palaka Predation here. I'm not a huge fan of either of those cards. We'll take the Predation. Okay, so... Probably take the Skulker. We're going to have a mix, probably, of rogues. Oh, wait a second. There's a Glasspool Mimic here? That's definitely the best card in this pack. That puts us in another situation where it's like, are we sold on our second color? Yeah, I think we probably are. We'll take the Skulker. Hogwarts Constrictor seems alright in our deck. We have a few ways to get counters. Well, maybe we just have one at this point, but it's probably still worth it. Yeah. Okay, so Blood Priest is with... we'll probably take Vanquish, actually. This is a nice Cleric. This is a nice Rogue. Shadowcat's not bad either, but I think taking the removal's good. Okay, we're going to take the Celebrant here. I do like Gloomhunter, but I think Celebrant's going to go well with what we're doing. Okay, we'll take this Expedition Healer, that Wield. I would like some more payoffs for gaining life, but I think we're doing pretty well overall. I think this is what we're looking at. Not too bad. I mean, you know, another Cleric of Life's Bond especially would, I think, really power this deck up. But I definitely feel more confident in this deck than our first one of the day. Whew. Okay. Well, let's take our preview card. Molten Blast. Alright. Well, I think we take a Sellsword here for sure. I think our deck looks reasonably aggressive. We'll cut the white card here. Both those blue cards are pretty nice. I mean, they're not great, but kind of surprised they're still there. Hey, look, it's Clerics. He's pretty sweet. Okay, so this pack, we have another Journey to Oblivion, and I think that's probably our pick. Kabira Takedown's interesting. These double-faced ones that are removal are, I think, probably the best ones. Malakir Blood Priest isn't bad either, but we take another Journey to Oblivion here. Ooh. Bloodchief's Thirst is real strong. We're really only giving up... I mean, Feed the Swarm is pretty good, and Shepherd of Heroes is pretty good. But I think Bloodchief's Thirst is just going to be better. Malakir Rebirth. I think that is what I'm going to take here. Yeah. There's Soaring Thought Thief. So I do like the Celebrant a reasonable bit, but I think maybe we want a Gloomhunter here. It does give us a repeatable source of life gain. Well, maybe not. Our curve is pretty good already. Maybe we can get away with just another Celebrant. Without more life gain payoffs, it's going to kind of not be as amazing to have the Celebrant, but I think it'll still be pretty good. Yeah, let's do it. Let's give this defensive strategy a try. Well, this counts as a Cleric, which right now only matters for one card, but it also counts for party, and I do have a lot of that. And I think I'd rather have it than Smite the Monstrous. I don't know what I think is the best archetype so far. The one that I've had the most success with has been blue-black, or not blue-black, blue-green. And the one I've been beaten by the most, I feel like, is red-white. So that's my early take. Kind of doubt Mind Drain is going to make the cut here. Probably not Dauntless Unity either, but we'll see. I would really love to see another Cleric of Life spawn just show up. Okay, so this is a life gain payoff. And I think we have enough removal that we're going to pass Nahiri's Binding. Our deck has enough ways to gain life that having another payoff is big for us. It's not an amazing payoff by any stretch, but if I didn't already have a bunch of removal, I'd probably take the Binding. But I think in this case, we want the Blight Priest. I mean, if every creature we play drains our opponent a life, that's going to feel good. And look, we get a Nahiri's Bonding anyway. That worked out pretty well. Yeah, if you have green, it's really not that hard to play multiple colors, that's for sure. I mean, the blue-green deck I played was actually 4 colors, for example. Green has nice fixing. So we have a lot of removal. A lot of clerics. Okay. So I think the Felidar is something that could interest us. I mean, it starts small. I don't love it, but it gives us something that in the late game is a pretty real threat in a way these two can't be. In our particular deck, anyway. I mean, in some decks it would have worked out. Alright, I like Malakir Blood Priest more than I like Demon's Disciple. It's a cheap cleric, too, so... do I want another Pack Beast more than I want a Sellsword? I think maybe I do. Yeah. Well, it's a playable card. Probably not going to make the cut in this deck. That might. I think that came together pretty well in the end. I would have liked one more life gain payoff in like an ideal world, but we're not living in an ideal world. Okay, I think we probably cut the Ox. We have lots of good removal, and so I think this deck will be. I think this deck will be a really good judge of whether or not. I mean, we have some decent synergy, but we don't have a ton. This will be a good judge of whether or not removal is as kind of less powerful than normal as I felt like it is our first few drafts, because we have a ton of removal. Like a ton of it. Okay. So we probably don't need the Skulker in the end here. It does help with, I guess it does help with Party. But I think we have enough other cards that help us with Party that... We actually don't have a ton, but I mean, we have enough. Oh, we can cut some lands. Because we have, what do we have? We're going to cut lands first, so... We have Malakir Rebirth and Pelaka Predation. I think that means we can cut a land. And I think that means a Plains. Well, how good is Hagra Constrictor in this deck in the end? Not super good. I mean, it'll help my Cleric and my Fledgling and itself. I think we can probably cut it. I mean, I think what we want to do is try to hold on to as many Clerics as possible, as many ways to gain life as possible, and as many party cards as possible, and it isn't any of those. So I think it's a cut. We can probably go down to one Outrider without being too upset about it. I think maybe we just have to accept that our party stuff in this deck is mostly just going to be, like, these are going to cost 4 each, and this is going to gain us, like, 2 life most of the time. The only way they wouldn't is with their Pack Beast. And if we can accept that, and I think we can, I mean, in practice tactics, we'll do 2 usually, but it'll do 4 some more times, sometimes as well. So I think we probably cut Farsight Adept. Then it's a question of these rogues. I mean, I think the Sky Dancer is probably worth holding on to. Its ability to flash in is pretty relevant. But maybe we cut the Skulker. I don't think we can go down to 15 lands, even with these two. Although our curve's not super high, I guess. Maybe we can get away with 15. Maybe we can. I mean, we only have one landfall card, so... I think maybe we can get away with it. Let's find out. Experimentation. Yeah, I think we cut one Outrider, probably. Yeah. Okay. Alright, I'll be right back, and then we'll play our first games with this deck. Is she in the room with me? Okay, I think this is a keep. Yeah. Definitely a keeper. Our curve is pretty low in this deck. I mean, this Shepherd is a little annoying to have in our opening hand, maybe, but... So, I'm trying to decide if I want to play the Fledgling on turn 2 or the Sellsword. So, you know, our deck has 15 lands and then 2 modal double face card lands, and so these 2 landfall creatures are a little bit questionable. I think it may be better to wait until I draw a land that I can play after I play the Fledgling. Because this is just going to be a better attacker, most likely. And I'd rather it die to an early removal spell, too. And it also turns on Practice Tactics soon, so as well. So... Nice. Okay, so this is definitely where we go. Yeah, Fledgling. Land. Attack. And Practice Tactics does 2 right now. I think that some people hate this music, but I think it's kind of fun. Yeah, so we're just going to take damage here. We could Practice Tactics. Well, I guess we are going to practice tactics here. The bad news is our Cliffhaven Sellsword still dies, but... But that's okay, I think. Okay. So I think we do play our Felidar here. These are only 2 landfall cards. Here they are. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Well done, opponent. So I think we actually want to play this as a land. Yeah. Landfall there is too good. Then we'll play our Pack Beast. So, we get to draw a card here. Oh good, it's a Royal Eruption. I think my Fledgling's probably dead. It has done some work, though. Interesting. They must have another kill spell, right? That's the only thing that makes any sense there. Okay. I'm a little confused by their decision. Oh, yeah, he had to kick it. I was thinking it did 5. Yeah, it does not. It does if you kick it. Landfall Monsters has been going pretty well. Even though that's definitely not what our deck mostly is, that's what it was this game. Yeah, they didn't have the mana to kick it, right? No. It cost 7 to kick, so... Hello, nice try, guy. This is our second draft of the day. Okay, this is a good one. The Life's Bond, Cleric of Life's Bond is going to be really nice if we can keep it alive. You know, we went 1 and 3 in the first one, so not great. Nice try, guy. I'm trying to decide if I want to just play this as a land here or not. I don't think so. So what I think is the best to do here, most likely, is to play my healer, then play the cleric. It'll gain lifelink and attack with it, and then I can gain life off of gain a counter from the lifelink. I'm a little worried about just playing this. I mean, it's true that if they can't kill it, it will just kind of take over the game. But I think the other route is a safer one. Well, that's annoying. Okay. Now I can play the Celebrant and then the Cleric. And I think that'll be a little better. Probably gonna have to play this as a land. Oh, that's not good. Neither is that. Shoot. Do I want to go for a double block on the champion? I actually think I do. Well, I think we are going to play this as a land. We're going to need it, so. But I think now we play the cleric. And we attack. Hope they don't have a kill spell. They don't. We really need the mana for Nahiri's Binding. Oh, actually, we can just use Deadly Alliance. Oh, that's sad. Okay, I think we're actually still in pretty good position, honestly. Just because we have way more going on in our hand, and I think our deck ultimately is probably grindier than theirs. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do this now or later. I think just waiting is probably better. The only reason I think just waiting it is fine is because in this color pair, it's unlikely they can do anything. They may be able to fling it at me, I guess. That's the risk, but see if they can fling it at me. No. Okay. We can Vanquish the Weak in response to them equipping it, which is nice. Basically a time walk when you can do that. They may be able to bounce that at some point, which would be less than ideal. That is also less than ideal. It can kill both of my creatures just with a ping. Okay, well, that's good news. Our deck does have a ton of removal. And it's paying off right now. We just want them to keep not drawing creatures. Because as soon as they play one, we can just put our binding on it. Yeah, now things are looking really good for us. I mean, they're dead on board even if they play creature here. Most creatures, anyway. They could have removal, and then they're not dead on board. Yeah. Ho ho! That Palaka Predation kept them alive. They probably think this is going to let them stabilize, but our Nahiri's Binding wins us the game. They got close to stabilizing. Yeah, they did draw pretty well, I mean. They flooded a little, but they drew real cards. They just... a lot of them didn't matter. Because we had removal. Okay, this looks pretty good. Definitely a turn 1 predation. I mean, as a land. And then healer Light Priest is a pretty good start. Yeah, I think we still go for it here. They probably block, but... well, they don't. Works for me. Our Outrider can give +2/+2 to something next turn. So they get 2 red mana back, and they use it for an ambush. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I think playing the Outrider is still better here. It gives us a larger creature, for one thing. I think I'm cool with that, honestly. It's just a question of what I want to kill more. What do you say? Converted mana cost 2 or less. Yeah. We'll kill the Electromancer. It's a little harder for us to kill it. Yeah, the Electromancer has so far overperformed. If you have a low curve deck like this, it's pretty sweet. Oh, no. We've already lost to that card in this format. It's not fair. Okay. Let's hope they don't draw any lands, huh? Alright, so I think I attack with my Outrider here. And then play Course Celebrant. Yeah, no, I don't have Feed the Swarm, sadly. I have a lot of removal, but I don't have that. We can try to bleed them to death with our Blight Priest. I guess that's our plan. You think they pump their whole board here? I would almost prefer that. I would prefer they pump their whole board. Yeah, that's not what they're doing, though. Would have been nice, but... Oh, that's pretty good. I think I'm going to attack with my Outrider first. I can potentially bust everything up with a Vanquish the Weak. Like if they, depending on how they block. No enchantment removal. I guess I should have grabbed... We did see one of those at some point, but... Do I just let that happen? I think probably yes. I'm okay with that trade, really. No more lands, please. Zendikar's such a weird format where you hope your opponent doesn't draw lands, you know? I forget they get Vigilance. What's that about? We're not going to block. So, if I want to use Vanquish the Weak, I probably need to do it soon, huh? Yeah. So, player healer. Oh, you're right. Journey can hit it. You're right. We have 2 of those. That would be nice. Look at all that life. Alright, so I think we just leave up all our stuff that we have here. I mean, this is a sorcery. We're not really leaving it up. Mostly, I mean, leave up Vanquish the Weak. Because we can use it in response to, like, if they pump a bunch of mana into Teeter Peak Ambusher again. We'll be in trouble. I mean, not really, actually. Alright. So... I'm gonna just block. Actually, maybe I should just let that through. I actually think I missed my opportunity to play Vanquish, most likely. I think I screwed it up. We definitely do block here. It's just a question of what. I think we'll block that. See how much they pump into the Ambusher here. If they pump all their mana into it, I think we're pretty happy. I kind of doubt they do, though. Yeah, that sucks. Screwed that up for sure. If they play something else here, they don't, though. Curses. Ooh. I can kill it with Bloodchief's Thirst is the good news. Without even kicking it, actually. Sup? Say goodbye to 3 life. So... I have to decide if I want to Bloodchief's Thirst that Teeter Peak Ambusher. The thing that worries me is they could play something really scary that I can't kill. Yeah, I guess we have to do it. Maybe. I definitely should have vanquished the weakness on my turn a couple turns ago. I got greedy thinking they would just pump all their mana into it and I could kill it in response, but obviously it hasn't panned out that way. It could force a chump, but I think the life gain it gives me matters. Alright, I'm gonna do it. They might have the protection spell here. They don't. But even if they had the protection spell there, I wouldn't have been super worried. What we don't want them to do, honestly, is play a cleric. A cleric would be bad news right now. Okay, so they can attack me pretty freely here. So we're just going to take the 10. Come on, creature. Oh, it is a creature. We go back up to 12. They go down to 3. Nice. You just keep drawing creatures. I think that almost does it. These two like each other, I guess. We've gotten them together twice now. So we're gonna vanquish the weak, the war leader. Is it worth the risk of attacking here? They have 1 card. I think it probably is. Yeah. That was some sweet synergy we had, and then we drew... If we hadn't drawn creatures those turns, it would have gotten scary. We basically had creature fall and land fall. Worked out pretty well. Yeah, with 1 card in their hand, there was not much that could, like... They would have had to stop all of my attackers, so... Just 1 getting through. So, yeah, I mean... Yep, that's a keeper. know that we want to play the Rebirth. In a hand with the Blood Priest, I'm a little less inclined to, but we'll see. I guess we probably should. Yeah. It's the responsible thing. Uh-oh. I'm not super worried about that at this point. Player healer. I can deal with it in a multitude of ways. Okay, well now I'm a little scared. Now that there's two of them looking at me. Okay, okay. I see what you did there. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play our Blood Priest. Then we're gonna Blood Chief's Thirst one of them. Alright, so I think I vanquished the weak this thing while we can. Then I think I attack with my Blood Priest here. I think I'm willing to just take 3. I just feel like Practice Tactics has such a good chance of failing here that I don't want to do it. Uh-oh. That's less than ideal. I think we're in trouble this time. Oh no, we know they have a Song Mad Treachery in their hand. I think that basically kills us. That's nasty. I mean, I guess it doesn't quite kill us, but it basically kills us, and basically is pretty good. Alright, so we're gonna block there and take 7. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. That actually gives us a chance. Kick us back up to 5. Hold on to this land. Our deck does have a ton of removal. I mean, there was a significant chance we could draw one, since we haven't yet. Gross. Okay. I'm actually holding on to these lands for our landfall guys at this point. I think it's worth doing. Interesting. I kind of have to block. Might of Marasa and stuff like that just kills me, so... So I can use Practice Tactics here to still kill this thing, so I guess I'm gonna try. Let's hope they don't have something real. They do, unfortunately. Okay. I need you to get going. That's for sure. Do I just take this one? I think so. Oh, man. Yeah. Let's see if they have the burn spell to finish us off. It was maybe right to block there. There's enough ways they could have killed me, but... We're in... I mean, I don't know. If they had a way to kill me, they would have done it, so... But they might have Rabid Bite. They had to use their Shatter Skull Smashing to only kill one thing, but I think they're okay with that. Oh, man. That was sad. That was real sad. Well, that's a mulligan. That's a lot better. This is a weird hand. I want... This is likely to help us kill something early, but it's definitely not guaranteed when we only have a cleric. I mean, it kind of sucks to keep the higher mana cards in some ways, but I think we have to do it. Keeping the things that can kill big, scary things seems worthwhile. Looks like our deck a little bit. Okay. Not too shabby. Get out of here. I'm a little surprised. I guess they don't lose anything to do it there. Oh, here's the combo. I think we go for the combo here rather than playing a removal spell. Yeah. Well, would have appreciated something a little different, but trying to decide. Practice Tactics seems really likely, but they can only do 2 with it. I think we just pass our turn here, honestly. Leave up Deadly Alliance. Hold on to the binding. Yeah, I think we just pass. I'll take 2 here. I'm probably... Yeah, I was going to say... I think we go ahead and Deadly Alliance the healer. Okay. That's a pretty good draw there. I think we pass the turn again. I think we can afford to be cautious in this case. I mean, there's too many things they can have with that mana up, and I have no problem making the game go longer, so... So we're going to try to kill this Tazim Raptor here with our Sky Dancer. Which will also gain us 2 life and make this a 4-4. Oh, it only gain us 1 actually and make it 4-4. Well, there goes a swamp. Guess they're splashing black. Well, isn't that interesting? Okay, well. I think it's time for us to start attacking. I think I'm going to use the binding in this case. Yeah. Yeah, the clerics don't like each other. In terms of partying, anyway. We got there. Man, I wish this deck had a second of that, the black-white signpost, because we have 3 of the 1-4 life gain guys. Hi, Easy. Our first draft didn't go super well. We're doing pretty well in our second one, though. I think we can get away with keeping this. I probably play that as a land. Depends what I draw. If I draw a land, maybe I don't if I draw a land, huh? I actually don't think I will. The rebirth might actually come in handy. Probably play that as a land, but I'm glad they didn't have anti-cognition. That's rough when they do. Okay. Little defensive guy. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm glad I can exile it, at least. And I think we will. Roost of Drakes is insane if you don't deal with it. We had some sweet drafts with it yesterday. Yeah, that's not good. Not the end of the world either, but... It does basically give me a free attack here. Guess I might as well attack first. Huh. I'm leaning towards just taking this. Yeah, we're just gonna take it. They can do an enormous amount of damage here. Yeah, that was mostly a bluff, I think. Man, this looks a lot like our deck yesterday. Nahiri's Binding's not bad here. I'm seriously considering casting Palaka Predation here. I'm gonna do it. Nice. So we know they have Might of Marasa now. That's part of the reason I wanted to take a look. I'm glad I hit a card. We have to get them to use that might one way or another. Yes, less than ideal. Right, so I think we probably put Nahiri's Binding onto the Baloth. Yeah. Malakir Rebirth on Shepherd of Heroes, for example, will be pretty good. Yeah, so... yeah, I think we blocked the Drake here. Thank you for the bit, Sinister. And then they're going to kick Might of Marasa onto it, and we're going to take some damage, but then we're going to pay 2 life, but then we're going to gain back 5 life. Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. I probably should have chumped the Riptide. So that's 10, 13 damage, huh? Yeah. That's pretty potent. Alright, I think we want to gain more life more than we want to play the Felidar. We'll end our turn. Okay. I want to play the Outrider because it's bigger. That's basically it. Is it worth attacking with my healer here? It probably is, because I gained 5 life. And it has vigilance, so, you know. Okay. I think I'm more concerned about the familiar. The question is whether I want to rebirth here. I probably don't. Nah, I don't think we do. Alright, we're back up at a comfortable 13 life. This can gain us 6 right now. If we rebirth, that is. Oh. That doesn't help us. Rebirth doesn't do anything there. Okay. Well, you're gonna chump block. Actually, yeah, you're gonna block there. I'm just gonna double block that, actually. I can kill it without losing either creature. And then these two are gonna double block. And then I'll use Malakir Rebirth to get back the Outrider. Yeah. I still have flyers, which is kind of a problem, but I can actually attack them on the ground now. Okay. Uh-oh. That's not what you want to see. Let's draw removal. We haven't played that much yet, have we? Have we played? We haven't played. Oh, we have our journey. We do have our journey. Okay, well, removal would have been good, but I actually think a land here is not too terrible. Okay, so we're gonna double block him. Yeah. Take the 3. I'm gonna attack with both of those. It's a weird trade, I think. So we're in a place where drawing a land is good because we have Fledgling in play, and drawing creatures is good because we have 2 Core Celebrants in play. It's pretty nice. Okay, I guess everyone's gonna rumble. Drawing a land isn't very good anymore, unfortunately, for us. Because they shut down our Fledgling. That's big. Nice. Alright. That'll do it. So it turns out having a bunch of removal is pretty good. You know, I've had some problems with having a bunch of removal, but it's been working out pretty well today with this deck. I think this is a reasonable keep. It's definitely not an amazing one, and it's one where we'll play the Rebirth as a swamp for sure. But it's fine. Yeah, they probably shouldn't have raced, it's true. They left themselves completely defenseless. Yeah, alright, so we're going to play you as a swamp. Okay, another kicker deck, it would seem. You think they kick, if they kick the, oh man, gross. The good news is I can blow it up again. The bad news is I'm taking 5 here and have to, they'll still have their Drake too, so, you know. But yeah. Yeah, no attacks. That's not good. Ow. Alright, so I think we're gonna have to bind the Drake. Play the Pack Beast. Sad we drafted one of those and didn't get to play it. That was this draft, I think. Yeah, Riptide has looked pretty good here. That is for sure. Do I get greedy here? Yeah, I think so. I want to gain more life with my Shepherd if I can help it, and I'm just hoping they're out of gas. Oh, no. The greediness. It did not pay off. Okay, so... play our Shepherd here. Gets us back up to 9. Just be out of gas. Thank you. It's about time you're out of gas. I think we hold on to the Journey to Oblivion right now. Okay, I think I can actually get away with an attack in the air here. This cleric is kind of annoying. I just take 1 from it if it attacks me, I think. Nice. Now we're going to get the life gain party going. Which should help us a lot. I mean, we already kind of got it going, I guess. But now we have repeatable life gain going. They're flooding out over there. Oh, okay. Oh, is it really only when blocking? Oh, good. It's not when attacking. It wouldn't be that much better even if it was, but... honestly, I think we just keep holding on to our removal. and attacking them, slowly gaining life. I think that's our path to victory. Uh-oh. The good news is I can kill it. How do we want to do it? So I'd pay 6 mana to kill it. Uh-oh. Well, the good news is I'll be able to Deadly Alliance in response. Yeah, we're just going to take 5 here. So, yeah, I think we probably want to kill that Riptide. Oh, should I play my warrior first? No, I already have a warrior. So we're going to use that on the Riptide. Play the Cell Sword. So we Deadly Alliance one of the targets for their spell. I just have to decide which one. They'll probably try to spread the love, I guess? Nope, they're targeting it with both. Okay. Works for me. That should get us a blowout unless they have Shell Shield. Nice. Very nice. Well... yeah, I guess it's probably worth having a look. Yeah, okay, well, now we know they have a counterspell. We don't have enough cards in the graveyard yet for it to be a hard counter, so that's good. Oh my god. How many Riptides do they have? Oh yeah, I should have swung with my healer. It's a good call. 6 cards in my graveyard, right? Yes. Gain a bunch of life. Yeah. Can I attack with both in the air now? Can I get away with it? Probably. Although, if they block with the cleric, it does tap down my healer. But that's probably okay. Actually, it's probably not okay. I need it on defense, probably, but I think both flyers makes more sense. Oh god, I keep thinking... oh, it says it doesn't untap. That's why you should read cards. They could have a scary card with Kicker here. And they do. It's not quite going to kill us, is the good news. But it's not going to be good. Yeah, I knew it had Vigilance. What I didn't know is that this doesn't tap the creature. It's even worse than I was thinking it was. Oh, what? You would have rather... You would... What? They decided to do that instead? I'm very confused right now. So, I think we just block the one. And hold on to the other two guys. I could triple block one of them. Nah, it's not worth it. That was strange. We're up to 7 cards in our graveyard. They want their inscription back, I get that, but they didn't return... They didn't return what they needed to get their inscription back, you know? Right. We're gonna attack with all of these. And just pray they don't draw another... Yeah, so we got 7 cards in our graveyard. Sure. Now we go Felidar. Oh, I screwed that up. No. Oh, I'm stupid. I should not have attacked first. Man, I think we probably lose. Because, I mean, they're going to scry into a kicker card here. We're not quite dead if that happens, but we're pretty darn close. How much kicker did they get? Enough that the Riptides are actually imposing. It seems like they have 1 million cards with kicker. Yeah, so they kicked that just to make those big. Alright, so we have to block. That's what we deserve to draw here, that's for sure. If they'd attacked with everything there, I'd be dead here no matter what. Okay. Now we are. Yeah, I punted that game away. I wasn't paying attention to anti-cog. I mean, I was earlier in the game, but then I was sort of like, might as well attack first, because that's what you normally do. But I shouldn't have done it, clearly. Especially when I knew they had anti-cognition, but... You know, that's okay. See you later, nice try, guy. Well... This isn't the worst hand. I mean, the Pack Beast might help us to get our black mana. It has to stay alive. And that might be asking too much. I mean, it also means this costs 4, basically. 4. So, yeah, we're gonna mulligan. Alright, I'm happy I did it. So I think we send back Malakir Rebirth in this hand, yeah. If they don't block, they're really trying to party, is what I would think that means. We are quickly running out of gas here. We're going to need to draw well the rest of the way. Okay. Well. Take that. Right, that's enough lands. Just give me spells the rest of the way. It's not a lot to ask, is it? Yep. I think this is a time when predation is worth doing. Okay. Oh boy. They have a bunch of cards that don't do anything unless they have a creature. Well, Into the Royal does stuff, but I don't hate making them discard a removal spell. I'm going to hold on to this land just in case we draw a landfall creature next turn. It's not really going to help us accomplish anything if I play it. Okay. So they can kick Shell Shield right now. That's fun, right? I'm going to have to wait for an opening where they can't kick it. I played the land now because it's more likely to come up that I want to play this and a cheaper spell next turn. Well, if I draw like a 2-drop to play. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, they can't kick Shell Shield anymore. I think we take advantage of this opening. Yeah. So, with Into the Royal, yeah, I think we want to use Deadly Alliance. And then, I think we actually attack. Maybe I should have in the first place. Right. We're both kind of out of gas. Their deck is probably going to turn out to be grindier than mine, but who knows. It's too bad I'm not threatening them a little more effectively. It's also too bad I'm not drawing something to get rid of that Into the Royal. This game's silly. Alright. Probably don't want to play any more lands. I mean, we only have 2 landfall creatures, but God, Shell Shield is annoying. My gosh. This has been an exciting game. I'd say we're in a bit of trouble here. You know, seems that way. So they'll be able to, like, if I block with my Pack Beast, they'll be able to Into the Royal and bounce this. But at least it gets rid of Into the Royal. Oh, okay. We're gonna take it. Wow. Well. Okay, then. I think 5 and 3 is where we're going. Our deck's mad that I punted that other game. We might have still lost, but there was definitely a better play than the one I did. We're going to take 7. Was that a good idea? Probably not with the bug catcher in play. Because I'll just be able to trample over whatever I do. Okay, let's gain some more life. I don't think that's enough to save us, though. Maybe it is for one more turn. Play a land and pretend we can actually do something. That'll do it. Five and 3 is not too bad. It does suck that I punted in that previous game, but what are you gonna do?